Flashback.
Okay, so I have a little project going right now. I got my seed potatoes, so I am going to cut them out of the bag and put them in these cartons to try and get them to start sprouting so that I have good sprouts before I put them in the ground. It's going to be a while before I put them in the ground because we still have lots of snow, but to start.
All right, so I finished my sifting screen so that Bonnie can go through this topsoil here and get the grass and the roots and all that out. As you can see, I turned it over. We don't have a tiller out here, so it was all by hand, just shoveling, and I tilled it all up. What we wanted to do is try to get it to dry out just a little bit. It's pretty soaking wet because, as you can see, there's still a lot of snow on the ground, a lot of moisture in the ground, so we wanted that to dry out just a bit.
End of flashback.
All right, so sifting through that dirt took a little bit longer than anticipated, but we got it done. And today is gorgeous. We are planting potatoes. So I'll let Bonnie take it over from here.
We kind of spaced out our rows. We're just planting them now. I have a couple over there. We tried cutting them. A few of them. We're kind of doing an experiment to where half of our batch is not cut, and we're seeing if they do better and we have less issues with rot by not cutting them. And then we're doing the last row ones that have been cut and given a couple days to kind of seal themselves up, then planting them.
All right, so those of you who are not savvy gardeners, the seed potato.
Pretty much me? Yeah.
The seed potato starts getting little sprouts on it, like this guy here, and you let them set and grow these sprouts, and once they start doing that, then you can plant them. You can also cut the potato like this, and it gives you more seed potatoes, essentially. The problem is, what we have found, not from our own experience, but from other people's experience, is that when you cut them, they are more susceptible to rotting. So you cut them and then you let them set for several days and let that skin over. So that's what we tried. We didn't try it on our whole batch. We tried it on just a few. And we're going to see if there's a difference between the cut and the uncut. So we're going to give it a go, get these things planted in the ground, and get on to the next project.
She's moving potatoes. It goes there.
Where are we going, Em?
Moving plants.
All right. You gonna ride in the wheelbarrow?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get going. All right, we'll set it right here. And then Mommy and I can walk all the plants from the deck and put it in.
Got 'em?
Where are we going with those?
Moving plants.
We're moving plants to the greenhouse. Right up there. All right, so in here in the lodge is where the magic happens. This is where Bonnie and Emma started all the seeds. And you can see they're doing quite well. We are going to move them out to the greenhouse. It's getting plenty warm in there during the day, and it's getting cold at night, but it's maintaining enough heat in the greenhouse to where it's not freezing in there at night. So that'll be the perfect stage to start to harden these things up. You're supposed to set them outside for a few hours a day, then bring them back in and increase that time over the course of a week or two. But we're just gonna, we've done this before, we're just gonna move them right out to the greenhouse. And yeah, they will harden up that way. What do you got there, babe?
These are nasturtiums, and then those are marigolds. So these are for our hanging baskets. So. What do you have, Em? Thanks for helping.
Hey, I'm ready. Ready.
And the last thing to come out of here is this little tomato plant. This sucker I have kept alive through the entire winter, And it didn't do great at producing, but it did give us a few tomatoes throughout the winter. For those of you guys who have been watching us for at least a year now, you will know that this tomato plant was planted last spring. It produced through the summer. We brought it inside, and the fact of the matter is, without grow lights, we just don't have enough sun to keep this thing producing all winter. So it died back several times, and we would prune it up and give it a shot of Miracle Grow and stuff. We kept it by the south-facing windows, but we don't have constant power out here, so we can't keep a grow light going. But bottom line is, this thing stayed alive. It stayed producing, and I'm going to go ahead and bring it out to the greenhouse along with the rest of the plants, and we'll see if it'll produce all summer. All right, so another project we're going to tackle today is burning some of this grass along these hillsides here. And the reason we do that, Alaska has a fire season like most places, and our fire season is like from April through June, which is crazy. It's kind of a little bit off compared to the other fire seasons. And as the snow melts, there's a ton of dead dry grass. There's a bunch of other stuff that can catch on fire. And for us, just as a preventative caution, we burn off the grass as it becomes visible from the snow, and that way we can contain it. We've got snow barriers on all the sides, and it's not going to get away from us. So I'm going to torch this hillside, let it burn, and that way, as the rest of the snow melts, there are smaller patches of grass that I can burn, and we just do it in little increments like that. So I'm going to get after it.
Is our bird feeder gonna get torched?
It'll die down. You'd think if the whole tundra was going off at one time, that'd be pretty intense.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, I made the chair for you. Sit in it. Sit in the chair.
That's my chair?
Yep.
You don't think my booty will get wet?
Sit in it.
I think I'll pass. Thanks, though.
You can sit on there.
Did you just throw a snowball at me? Hey, that's close range.
Howie.
Gotta get his attention first. Trying to throw the frisbee for Howie? He's not paying attention. You gotta get his attention first.
Howie. Oh, look. It's flippy, Mommy.
I see that. Why don't you throw it for Howie? Watch out for the dog.
Thanks. That's that.
Bramante Brothers.